Hi everyone, it's Teddy and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be about celiac disease and going gluten-free. I wanted to make a video to kind of help people if they are beginning the gluten-free journey. I went gluten-free about 3 or 4 years ago when I found out I had celiac disease. So I'm going to give you some tips and where to get gluten-free foods, and I know a lot of times they are more expensive than regular foods, but I'm going to list the best prices and where I get my stuff. So first I'm going to start off by explaining what celiac disease kind of is. So basically my body can't handle gluten, which is a protein, so it causes inflammation in my intestines and it can like damage the intestinal wall. So I cannot eat gluten, and if I do I will get very sick. So basically I have to be gluten-free. I can't have malt. I wrote down a list of stuff because I want to be very accurate. So let's see. I have a list of the different things I cannot eat. Okay, so since I have celiac disease, I can't eat wheat, malt, barley, rye, brewer's yeast, or triticale. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Triticale. And I can't have any of that. So I do have to watch out on different candies and stuff if it has malt powder or malt extract, because it is a lot more common than you would think. So here is a list of different foods I get. And this is different places you can get them at. I mean, a lot of places do offer more gluten-free foods now. I do have to make sure that my food isn't cross-contaminated or, is cooked in the same thing as something else. So if I'm getting, let's say, Chick-fil-A fries, because those are gluten-free, if I'm getting those, that's okay because they have their own designated fryer for the French fries and nothing else goes in it. Now, if I was going to get French fries at somewhere like McDonald's, I couldn't because they fry everything in the same thing. So if I'm going to eat French fries and they are fried in the same thing as chicken nuggets or anything else that's like coated in flour, I'm going to get sick. So another thing is you have to make sure wherever you get food that they're using a safe surface and that they've changed their gloves and that they're using a clean surface that nothing else with gluten has touched, and that they wash their knife, because I've gotten sick from Firehouse subs not washing their knife or the surface after cutting something with gluten. And so I'm thinking I'm getting a gluten-free sub and then I get, cross-contamination and I get really sick. So just make sure you notify them. There are a lot of places that are good about this. There's a barbecue restaurant in my town and they're great about wiping everything down, washing everything down whenever I order. And it can be a little bit embarrassing, when you have gluten allergies, to have to ask people to do all of this, even if it's not your fault. It can be embarrassing, and I understand if, it's hard to ask, but you have to. Let's see. So this is some of the gluten-free stuff I get. I have my list right here. So for the bread, I like Canyon Bakehouse. It has a better texture. A lot of gluten-free breads are kind of grainy and sand-like, but this one's really soft. A lot of times I don't eat my gluten-free bread unless it's toasted because of the texture, but the Canyon Bakehouse I can eat toasted, untoasted, no matter what, because it really tastes like real bread. So they have the white bread, they have multigrain bread, they actually have Hawaiian sweet bread that's really good. You can get it for around $5 at most stores. I think Walmart has it. I think Kroger has it. So just go online and look through maybe Instacart and see if they have it on their website. Okay, and then I get like Martha White, the sweet yellow cornbread mix. They have a gluten-free one, and it is less than $2 at Walmart. I'm sure they have it at other stores. It's really good. And I've listed stuff that you can't tell is gluten-free. This is a lot of stuff that you really can't tell the difference. So I'm just going to keep going down my list. That's why I'm looking away from the camera. Okay, so Crusty's cornbread mix, it's less than $4 at most grocery stores, and it's really good too. It's like a honey cornbread. It's really good, and they have a recipe to make it jalapeno honey cornbread on the back of the box. Now, Red Lobster put out a Cheddar Bay biscuit mix that's gluten-free. All you have to add is the cheese, and it's really, really good, but it is around like $4, maybe a little over at Kroger and other places. But if you go to Aldi, they have a brand called Living or Live G Free, and it's really good. It's basically the same thing. It's labeled as cheddar biscuits, and it's gluten free, and it tastes the same. And you know, it's a little bit cheaper. It's really not a big difference in price, but I like either one. They're both really good. Krusty's has a cinnamon crumb cake that is amazing. It tastes just like a regular coffee cake. You cannot tell the difference at all. The texture is the same. It's amazing. And it is around $3 at Walmart and Target, and I'm sure you can find it other places too. It's kind of, you know, a lot of places you can find gluten-free stuff, but certain places have different, you know, brands or different types of mixes. So I've kind of made a list right here that has where you can get them, what prices they are. So Glutino, that's one of my favorite brands, and they have English muffins. You can get them at Walmart. I think you can get them at like Kroger or Publix. They're around $5 to $6. They're in the frozen section, and they're really, really good. There's a Denny's about 2 hours away from us where we used to live, and they serve those gluten-free English muffins at the Denny's, and it's really good. The texture is a little weird, but you know, you get used to it when you're eating gluten-free. So Vans has gluten-free waffles. They have gluten-free blueberry waffles, gluten-free chocolate chip waffles, and they have a bunch of different flavors, but those are really good. They're the frozen waffles like the Eggos, and they are less than $4 at Kroger, and I'm sure you can find them everywhere else like Walmart. If you have an Ingles, we have an Ingles, and they sell them there. Um, so I also get the Purdue Simply Smart chicken tenders and nuggets. It's kind of pricey, but they're really good, and you can't tell the difference at all. My other family members have eaten it, and really liked it, and they couldn't tell that it was gluten free. It is around $8 or $9, so it is pricey, but you can get those at like Ingles and Walmart and Kroger and probably Publix, basically everywhere. So then next I get Blake's gluten-free chicken pot pie. It's really, really good. It's around $4 at multiple stores. Cat's gluten-free donuts. Those are really good. They have like gluten-free donut holes. Oh, those are so good. They have the regular glazed ones. They have chocolate ones. Then they have the donut holes. I think they have cinnamon ones, powdered ones, and those are around $7. They are very pricey, but as you're going to notice, gluten-free prices are higher than regular prices. So I get Lotus gluten-free ramen. You can order them online or at Target. You can go get them at Target, and they're around $1.99 per package. They are so good. So you really can't tell that they're gluten-free, but they use rice noodles, and they're really, really good. I love them. I just add in everything else that I like. Add in some mushrooms. You can add in an egg if you want. Just kind of make your own ramen with it. Sorry, I didn't mean to tap the microphone. Okay, and then I get the Simple Truth gluten-free all-purpose flour at Walmart. You can get it for like $4 a bag. It's really good flour. I also get Bob's Red Mill, which is a little bit pricier, but I alternate between flours, and I like both of those. You can get those at multiple stores. I know Bob's Red Mill is at a bunch of different places. It is pricier, but it is good quality. Okay, and then I get Alexia sweet potato fries. Now, this is one thing I have to make sure, you know, that whatever I'm buying does not have, you know, gluten, wheat, malt, anything like that in it. And these are actually made with rice flour, so these are safe and they're really, really good. They're kind of spicy. I think they have like chili powder in them or something, but they're really good. And then Kind bars. Like, you can find Kind bars anywhere, and they have like peanut butter ones that are chewy. They have the granola ones that are kind of harder with chocolate in them, and they have like different fruits in them, and like almonds or cashews. They're so, so good. You can get those for like less than $3 at Walmart. And about the waffle fries, those are about $4. So now I'm just going to read down my list. So like I said, make sure that they clean the surface and clean the knife and change their gloves. That's going to be really important for going gluten-free because of celiac disease. Let's see. Now for some people, they don't have to worry about contamination if they're just like sensitive to gluten, but if you have celiac disease, you need to make sure you take all of the extra steps. So when I go out and get coffee, I have to be very careful now because I had gotten sick on 2 different occasions. I had gotten the new apple drink at Starbucks, and I had no idea that it had gluten in it, and it made me very sick from just a few sips. So be careful when you're getting like drinks or coffees or teas or anything because they can have hidden gluten in them. Let's see. Now make sure when you get like oat milk in your coffee that it is gluten-free, because I did get sick off of some kind of oat milk that they had at a coffee shop that wasn't gluten-free, and I had no idea. So I use Chobani. Chobani's really good. There's the plain extra creamy or the vanilla or chocolate, and they're really, really good. That's what I cook with now, and you can't tell a difference between it and cow's milk. I like it a lot better than cow's milk. So I wanted to list some places that have gluten-free foods and dishes, like Fazoli's. They have a gluten-free pasta dish now. Olive Garden can make gluten-free dishes. Chick-fil-A can be modified to be gluten-free. You can get the grilled chicken sandwich on a gluten-free bun, and what they do is they pre-package the gluten-free bun so it's not touched by anything else. Like I said, their fries are gluten-free. Some hibachi restaurants will do gluten-free for you. A lot of times when I go, I'll get like the fried rice with either steak or chicken in it. And what they'll do is they'll cook it in the back away from everything else. And a lot of times they'll have gluten-free soy sauce. So I get them to use the gluten-free soy sauce. But if they don't have that, then I would just ask for no soy sauce and you can use your own at home, because there are plenty of gluten-free soy sauces at stores that are very affordable. Another thing to watch out for is make sure your medicine is gluten-free. I know Z-Pak makes a lot of people sick even though they said it is certified gluten-free. So make sure to check up online because a lot of places don't know. My doctor had no idea to even look for gluten in medicine. So before I started taking anything, I had to make sure, like, because some antibiotics will have it in it. So I'm going to link a list, and it is a bunch of gluten-free medications that you can take. Always make sure that your vitamin bottle says gluten-free. Let's see, shampoo and body washes can have gluten in it. A lot of times it's the men's, but make sure that it's gluten-free. You can search it online or look online. I can't use oatmeal washes because of that, and they break my skin out really bad. So make sure to check on that. And that's about it for this video, but if you think you have celiac disease or a gluten intolerance, try going gluten-free for about a week and see what happens. I had terrible, terrible stomach aches, headaches, my skin would break out, I would get like chicken skin. It makes your anxiety and depression worse. It can really affect you, because your body can't absorb the nutrients from the food because it's getting so sick from the gluten. So just try and go gluten-free for a week if you suspect that you might, have an allergy, and see what it does. So thank you all for watching. I hope this has helped some of you, and I'm glad I got to make a video on celiac because it is such a big part of my life. But, it's hard at first to get used to all of it, but you will get used to it and you'll feel a lot better after getting away from gluten. So, thank you for watching and have a great night.